Claire Hanna alongside Postmedia's Bruce Garrioch, and the Senators have not made the playoffs in 6 seasons. And right now we have seen the rebuild take place. The core pieces are with the Senators organization, but right now this fan base is hungry to see the playoffs. When you reflect on this year, Bruce, do you think it was a success or a failure for the Ottawa Senators?
Well, Claire, 13 more points than last season. I think the Senators can look at this as a success. They've made steps in the right direction. We've seen the emergence of Tim Stützle. We've seen the best free agent signing we've ever seen with this club in the addition of Claude Giroux. I think the pieces are in place to get this team headed in the right direction. I think as they head into this offseason, there's a lot of promise and hope for next year, and I think they can feel good about themselves.
You talk about the pieces being in place, but this morning we learned that Nick Holden won't be returning, and there's question marks surrounding Travis Hamonic as well as Cam Talbot. But when we get into what additions might need to be added next year, I want to start by first asking, do you think Alex DeBrincat will be back next year?
Well, I think that's a decision, Claire, that's going to have to be made before the draft. You know, Pierre Dorion has declared that he will make a $9 million qualifying offer to Alex DeBrincat. But from what I heard this morning, I think we're talking about a guy who has no inclination of signing here. That's just my feeling. He said he's open to having discussions, but I found what he said was very non-committal. He didn't show any sign that he's going to sign a contract extension here. You know, the Senators won't keep him unless they can get some kind of long-term extension in place. They've had the door open here since they acquired him last July. There have been no substantive discussions between Alex DeBrincat, Pierre Dorion, and DeBrincat's agent, Jeff Jackson. I think there's still a possibility, and a slight possibility, that at the draft, we may see Alex DeBrincat get moved.
Somebody who chose their words very carefully in this morning's press conference was head coach DJ Smith, saying many times, if I'm back next year. We know without a doubt there's going to be a major change in this organization, in that at puck drop next year, there will be a new owner of the Ottawa Senators. What changes do you think that owner might be making to not only the front office, but the coaching staff?
Claire, it's all about timing right now. And in my discussions with the potential ownership groups, they're frustrated by the fact that they're not in here yet. They've been given no deadline to make their final bids. Look, the best bet for these owners is to get in here by May 1. That's not going to happen. The paperwork now is going to take a couple of months. The lawyers are going to have to sift through the deal once it's made. You know, Pierre Dorion has a lot of work on his plate to do. I think it's all going to depend on timing. And if the new owners don't get a deal in place until July 1 or thereafter, I think you've missed your windows if you do want to make changes with the front office. I really see a situation where Pierre Dorion and DJ Smith are back here next year and get the opportunity to complete the job of trying to help this team make the playoffs.
And this year, the Senators finished 6 points out of a playoff spot. Captain Brady Tkachuk said he's already looking forward to Game 1 of next year, and he's done being done in April.